What in the world happened to the heavily rumored new Apple TV boxes? I've been posting videos for the last few months based on leaks from good sources and information indicating that a new box should arrive sometime before the end of the year, alongside some new HomePod Minis, which we'll touch on later in this video as well. But it's December 22nd. I think it's pretty safe to say that Apple's probably not releasing anything new for the rest of 2025. So what exactly happened here? That part's obviously a little unclear, but we now obviously shift our attention to early 2026 for the release of not only the new Apple TV 4K boxes, where we're expecting some new HomePod Minis, a new version of Siri, and the long-rumored Apple Home Hub, the display with the speaker kind of meant for the smart home in your home. But let's start with what we can expect to see with the new Apple TV. Apple's reportedly keeping the same design, that small matte black plastic square that we've all come to know. So no major changes on the outside, but underneath the hood is where things start to get a little interesting. The next Apple TV is said to include Apple's own combined Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chip for the first time, the N1 chip, which officially made its debut not that long ago with the brand new iPhone 17 lineup. This chip supports Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Thread, which means faster speeds, better reliability, and lower latency. All great news if you stream a lot of 4K HDR content or play Apple Arcade titles. Now, Wi-Fi 7 has increased bandwidth, in part because it allows for data transmission over the 3 bands simultaneously, so 2.4, 5, and 6 gigahertz, assuming you have a supported device and router. Wi-Fi 7 is theoretically up to 4 times faster than Wi-Fi 6, but honestly, real-world speeds are typically bottlenecked by your internet service providers and other factors, so it might not matter that much. In the latest iPhones, the N1 chip also supports Bluetooth 6, which could offer lower latency and other benefits compared to the current Apple TV's Bluetooth 5. Now, before we continue on with the rest of this video, I want to take a quick minute to tell you about today's sponsor, Ugreen. If you're tired of paying for cloud storage or constantly running out of space, then you need to check out the Ugreen NAS DH2300. This is basically your own personal cloud server at home, but without the monthly fees. It stores all your data locally and securely on your own hard drive, so you're not relying on expensive cloud plans or dealing with privacy concerns. And with support for up to 60 terabytes, you can hold up to 20 million photos, 40,000 movies, or over 60 million files. It also works with a huge list of third-party hard drives, so you can choose exactly what fits your setup. Backing up your devices is super simple too. The Ugreen NAS can automatically back up your entire iPhone's photo library, so your memories stay safe, and you can use it to back up your Mac through Time Machine as well. It's also perfect for families or teams thanks to multi-user sharing. You can set granular access permissions for different accounts and even log in instantly using NFC. Plus, it works across Windows, macOS, Android, iOS, and even your Apple TV. Setup is surprisingly easy too. Even if you've never touched a NAS before, you can get this running in about 10 minutes with the guided walkthrough. It's also easy to install hard drives by just simply pushing or pulling the drive trays out and sticking in the hard drives and putting them back in. And unlike cloud services that throttle speeds, the DH2300 can hit up to 125 megabits per second over its 1 gigabit port. And moving large files is fast and painless. It also keeps your data protected with RAID redundancy, automatically copying files to a second drive so your data stays safe even if one drive fails. But if you need more storage, you should definitely check out the DH4300 Plus with up to a whopping 120 terabytes in storage capacity. You can use the code in the description down below to grab 15% off, and a huge thanks to Ugreen for sponsoring this video. Now, powering all of that will be a new A-series chip. Right now, the Apple TV 4K runs on the A15 Bionic. It's fine, but it's the same one that shipped with the iPhone 13 series, which was quite a while ago. But this new version could jump all the way up to an A17 Pro. If the next Apple TV is in fact equipped with that A17 Pro chip, we can expect faster performance and potentially even Apple Intelligence support on tvOS. For example, Bloomberg's MacRumors said the new Apple TV will support next year's revamped version of Siri, powered by Apple Intelligence, which might be the key reason why we haven't seen it yet, because if we're expecting Siri next year, kind of makes sense to hold off all products that'll be doing that until next year. A17 Pro was Apple's first 3nm chip with a 6-core GPU and hardware-accelerated ray tracing, so think of the console-quality graphics that the games you'll play on your Apple TV will look like. It'll be pretty good. Now, one of the more intriguing rumors that I'm pretty sure is not going to happen since we're not expecting any major hardware, redesigns on the outside, but it's a rumor that I really like. It's the fact that it might have a built-in camera, and it might not be for this one, but Apple has been experimenting with this idea for a while, and it could be coming in the future, and I think it makes total sense. tvOS 17 added a FaceTime app. You've got improvements year over year to that FaceTime app, but you need an iPhone or iPad with a rear camera connected to it in order to have a FaceTime call. If the Apple TV gained a built-in camera, you would no longer need to rely on an external device for video calls on the Apple TV, which is a much more enjoyable experience in my opinion. Now, purely speculative at this point, but again, this could be another reason why Apple took so long. Maybe they were going to do it and then decided to take it out, or maybe they decided not to do it and then last minute quickly changed to doing it. I don't know, but either way, I think Apple's just kind of holding off until next year where we have the new Siri and the Home Hub and all of that, which I made a video on if you want to check it out. If the cameras were added, there were rumors of a gesture-based controls, which I'm not entirely sure what that looks like or how it functions, but it's definitely making this product a bit more interesting in my eyes, though again, I am just expecting a pretty low-key hardware refresh at the end of the day. Now, we're also expecting some brand new HomePod Minis to likely debut alongside this new Apple TV 4K. The second-gen HomePod Mini is highly likely to contain a more up-to-date chip for more advanced computational audio and improved responsiveness. The current HomePod Mini is equipped with the Apple Watch Series 5's S5 chip from 2019, which is about to be 7 years old, and Apple is likely to opt for the S9 chip, which is a considerable leap forward in terms of performance, or maybe one of its derivatives, such as the S10, which is a more compact iteration of the S9, kind of perfect for a compact HomePod Mini. The S5 chip in the HomePod Mini is derived from Apple's A12 Bionic chip. If you want to get into the weeds here, that architecture runs at lower clock speeds and is tuned for always-on, low-power operation, making it well-suited for tasks like Siri processing and real-time audio tuning. In contrast, the S9 and S10 chips are based on the A13 chip, offering you a CPU and GPU performance that are, just better than what we were getting before, a more advanced neural engine, and greater efficiency per watt. How that works in the HomePod Mini, that's beyond me. The new HomePod Mini was also rumored to be equipped with the N1 Apple-designed Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chip that I was just talking about, but according to Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, a recent code leak details that this N1 chip might not be happening in this product. It appears that Apple plans to use the N1 chip for more premium devices, while entry-level products will stick with cheaper MediaTek hardware for now. So the upcoming HomePod Mini 2, the iPhone 17e, the iPad 12, and the A18 Pro MacBook are all expected to use MediaTek chips instead of Apple's chip. But it looks like the Apple TV, will still go with the N1. Apple could also bring its second-generation ultra-wideband chip to the HomePod Mini for a more reliable and lower latency handoff experience. This chip debuted in 2023's iPhone 15 lineup, and if present, the chip should allow for more precise spatial awareness than the current model, allowing it to detect the exact position or orientation of nearby devices within a few centimeters. We're also expecting new color options. That's highly likely, but specific finishes are not yet known, other than red, which was reportedly in testing. The current HomePod Mini comes in blue, yellow, midnight, orange, and white. Lastly, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman says that just like the next generation Apple TV, the new HomePod Mini will be built on Apple's new smart home ecosystem in mind. It is unclear if the next HomePod Mini will have those greater Siri improvements, but unlike Apple's long-rumored smart home hub product, the new HomePod Mini is probably not expected to gain Apple Intelligence support. But those are the rumors and what we know so far. Not sure what happened, but we didn't get all of those products before the end of the year like we were really anticipating, but hopefully it does come in early 2026. But I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on these two new products that we should be getting very, very soon? Let me know in those comments. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you around in the next video.